quickly learn how to round numbers. And as long as you know what the place value of your numbers are, it is a pretty easy concept. Okay, so let's say that we want to round this number 57 to the nearest 10. The step one is you're going to locate the number in the place value that they're indicating you. In this case, the place value for the tens is this one, the second to the right, because this is the ones and this is the tens place, right? So we're going to focus on this 5, okay? And what we're going to look at is a number that's right next to 5, to the right of it, okay? If the number next to 5 is less than 5, we are going to round down, okay? And if the number is 5 or more, we are going to round up. And I'll explain what that means in a second, but basically, just so you can visualize more or less what's happening here, the number 57 is between two tens. It is between 50 and 60. Those are the nearest. That's why it says nearest. Those are the nearest tens next to this number 57. The number right in the middle between 50 and 60 is 55, right? And so if we were to locate 57, 57 would be right around here, right? So if we were to round this number to turn it into a very pretty 10, right? Which of these is 57 nearest to? It is closer to 60 than it is to 50, right? And so applying these rules that we just talked about, we're looking at this 5. The number right next to this 5 is 7, right? It is 5. The 7 is definitely more than 5. And so we're going to round up. We are going to, instead of a 5, we're going to change this to a 6. And then whatever is to the right of the number we're rounding to becomes a 0. And so rounded up, 57 becomes approximately 60. Okay? So let's look at some of the exercises in this formative. We are tasked to round 544 to the nearest 100, right? 544 to the nearest 100. The hundreds place is here on the 5. Let's look at the number right next to it. It is a 4. So we are going to round down. Sorry, we're going to round down. Okay? That means that it's not that we're going to turn it into a 4. We're going to leave this 5 alone, right? But whatever comes next to the 5 becomes now a 0. So instead of we can say that 554 is around 500. Why? Because, as we've demonstrated before, 544 is between two hundreds, is between 500 and 600. The middle would be 550. 544 will be around here. So which 100 is closer to this? It is 500, right? All right. Here's another exercise rounding to the nearest 100. We have 1058, right? So we have the ones, the tens, the hundreds, and then these are the thousands, right? So they're asking us for the nearest 100. There's a 0 in there. Let's look at the number right next to it, right? It is a 5. If the number right next to the one we're rounding is 5 or more, we're going to round up. And so for this particular number, anything that is to the left of the number we're focusing on stays the same, right? In this case, we have a 5 here. We're going to round up. So instead of a 0, this is going to become a 1, and whatever is to the right becomes zeros. So we can say that 1058 is approximately, it is closest to 1100. For this next one, 76 to the nearest 10. This is a tens place. Let's look at the number right next to it. It is more than 5, and so we're going to round up. This becomes an 80.